An introvert is a person with qualities of a personality type known as introversion, which means that they feel more comfortable focusing on their inner thoughts and ideas rather than what's happening externally. They enjoy spending time with just one or two people rather than large groups or crowds. In anime, some of the most popular characters are introverts, but after watching Bocchi the Rock, I realized that a lot of people doesn't understand what it's like to be an introvert and confuse it with a lot of other things. Therefore, in this video, I want to go through some of the most well-written introvert characters and just how wide of a spectrum introversy can be, from just enjoying your own company to some that turn into social anxiety. Bocchi is one of the most well-written characters that I've seen in quite a long time. You know, a lot of people relate with her struggles, they went through similar things as her. But one of the most common thing I saw from other AnyTubers or comments that reviewed the anime is that they described her as an introvert, which is not entirely true. She has social anxiety, which is not a personality trait, but a mental disorder. When she was little, she always wanted to play with others, to eat together with them, but she was just way too scared to approach them. As time went on, no one really approached her, no one tried to become friends with her, therefore she was either alone in school or inside the house. Because of the lack of social interaction with anyone outside of her family and teachers, she developed a social anxiety disorder. What this meant is that she was unable to do normal things that involved strangers. She had fear of social interactions, performances, yet despite that she wanted to change. She wanted to play in a band. Now she was way too scared to approach anyone, but she was so desperate about breaking out from this mental disorder that she picked up her guitar and went to school with it, hoping that someone will notice her, which actually worked out. From this point forward, one of the main storyline of the anime is about her getting better in different kind of social situations. Even in the last episode, she's still scared of normal things. She can't look into strangers' eye while working, has no idea what to do when a stranger approaches her, performs worse in front of a crowd, but she still improved a lot compared to the first episode. These things aren't related to introversy, and I really like that the anime shows a comparison between Bocchi and someone that is just an introvert. Ryou is part of the band that Bocchi is in, and she's an actual introvert. She enjoys social activities, loves playing in the band, and she also loves spending time with herself. Quite a few times in the anime, there are important events like them having a meeting or going somewhere, and Ryou is just not there. She usually makes up an excuse, not because she doesn't want to talk with them, but because she just wants to be alone. There is this one scene that I really like where Bocchi wants to talk with Ryou about the lyrics of their first song, so Ryou invites her to a restaurant. Bocchi arrives, and what do you think? What will happen when two introverts try to hang out? Silence. Utter silence. This scene is as realistic as it could get, but another character that's a good representation is... From Silent Voice, in my opinion, Shoya Ishida is one of the most well-written introverted character. He and his friends bullied the girl for being deaf, and when the teacher confronted them about it, everyone started to blame Ishida, despite all of them bullying her. The deaf girl, Nishimiya, left the school, and suddenly he became the one that everyone bullied. This event traumatized him so much that he completely isolated himself from everyone else. He had no friends at all, he struggled to look people in the eye and was ready to end his life. But everything changed once he met Nishimiya again. I really like the way how the movie puts an X over everyone's eye, but there was never one on Nishimiya. She was the only one who he trusted from the start. After they met, he tries to make everything right. He wants to apologize, he wants to be friends with her for real this time, and I really like how they both help each other to overcome their insecurities, which is written so damn well in such a great detail despite it being a movie. I just love the final moments of it, when he realized that he's not alone anymore. He has friends, people he can trust, and just that realization that he overcame his insecurity, that he can look people in the eye, to which he couldn't help himself but cry. Throughout the whole movie, the end goal is to become friends with Nishimiya, to help her. Yet as it progresses, it puts more and more focus on him, on his social anxiety. That suddenly he's the one behind. He's the one that needs help, despite being so desperate about helping her, which makes the end so much more satisfying. A really similar character to that is Gojo from My Dress Up Darling, an introverted character who only cared about the art of making Hina dolls until he got adopted by an extrovert. This is something quite common. We introverts get adopted quite frequently by extroverts, which is the whole reason why we willingly step outside. In pretty much every anime, it's the same thing, and I think it was really well done in this case with Oreki is straight up the best example when it comes to that. Once he hears a certain word from Chitanda, he's just not allowed to leave. But well, how that happened? You know, some people think of high school as the turning point of their life, trying to make the most out of it. In the case of Oreki, he's just an apathetic guy who has little interest in anything, doesn't really care, doesn't want to put effort into anything, and if he has to, he will do it quickly. Every single day is kinda just the same thing for him. But everything changed when he was forced by his sister to join the school's classic literature club, where he meets Chitanda, who just refuses to leave him alone, and now he's forced to solve mysteries with her every single day. It's probably some of the most fun I had watching anime, but it just never felt relatable. I mean, where is the girl that wants to adopt me? All jokes aside, it's interesting to see how he's constantly forced to join every kind of event, yet he doesn't change at all by the end. He's still the same person that has little interest in anything. As weird as it sounds, that is the most realistic outcome. He did change, he enjoys spending time with her, but his personality didn't change because of that. He's not going to become suddenly extroverted. When it comes to characters that are straight up just introverted and just wants to deal with their own stuff, he's the best example, but there are others like Hachiman, who funnily enough was also forced into joining a club. Hachiman is really similar to Oreki, but he's a lot more expressionate about how he feels, about how he views everything in such a harsh way, which makes the anime and especially his character quite realistic, despite it mainly being a comedy anime. There is also Ayanokoji, who is painted as a dead inside mysterious, apathetic guy, which is quite interestingly not the case in the light novel. Now to go in a full circle, the one introverted character who also deals with social anxiety that I didn't like was Komi-san. She's really similar to Bocchi. They both want to make friends. In both anime there are people that helps them achieve that goal, but there is just one big difference in it, which is that Bocchi doesn't romanticize social anxiety. It doesn't try to make it out as a good thing, because it's simply not. It's just terrible to have these mental problems, and it's such a struggle to get through them. I hate seeing shows presenting it as a good thing or making fun of it in a cruel way. Overall, introversion is a wide spectrum. It's a personality trait that is different in every single case. There are some like Oreki who just can't be bothered to take part, and there are some like Bocchi who is just way too scared to take part. And if you want to hear more about the character that has social anxiety, click on this video. Bye.